More awards, and later, Evanescence rocks the stage.
Here for survival training?
Oh my God.
Of course you are. Pathetic! Now,
Who
we've
is that?
compiled some valuable training materials, so you can stand a chance against the hungry undead.
We can just run around those, right?
Silence, both of you. Out there.
Oh my
you'll need
God,
more than
who
your
is that
foolish
handsome
instincts
man?
to escape the monster's claws, or to pick a fight with a martial arts master.
Well, I do love a good fight.
But do you like winning them? Dude. You'll face samurai.
Oh my
and
God.
demons
I
and
know Maximilian.
viruses.
I'd like to talk more about the samurai and demons.
Well, this is survival training, not survival tucking. And lucky for all you helpless half-wits, we've cut the price on some top-notch materials. So study up, fools.
Guys, did you see that? I know that streamer.
It's a lot of fun.
The RE
Yeah, it's
speedrunner.
Free red sex?
My NDA is over. It's finally.
You even get a tank
Dude, I
move.
can't believe they showed.
tank. We're
I
not
actually
getting
filmed
a
a lot of
tank
the
if we don't jump.
different
Go,
Go,
there's like a short, long,
It's red
super long, and they showed the
sex.
super long one. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed. That was the LA trip. Yes, yes.
Find me.
Mm.
Phone.
I've never seen chat move this
Betray me
fast.
again.
But thank you guys. Thank you, Ninja. Thank you, Sand. Thank you, Miss Lantern. Thank you, Ryuk. Thank you, Goat. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
I've got bad news for you.
Yeah, of course you do. Zombies are real.
I was on TV. Did you see that? Holy shit.
Last words in a zombie apocalypse.
They can't hurt us if they can't catch us.
Oh, that was epic, dude. That was epic. That was epic. Yes, I was in LA for 3 days, and that's exactly what I was doing. You guys thought I played RE9, and I'm just like, oh, man, I can't believe everyone thought I played RE9 and know everything about RE9, but really, that's all I did. This is a Capcom commercial. Pretty cool, eh? Thank you, Whiskey. Thank you, Monarch. Thank you, April. Thank you, Kindred. Thank you, Mr. Pickles and Zigo. Thank you. Yeah, that's very cool. I'm so glad they showed it at the Game Awards. It's very cool. Thank you, Sir Measley. Thank you, Jokers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Drew. So, this was cool, by the way. You know what's actually sick? I guess I could tell you guys everything about this. This was in LA, and there was really cool shit on the set. I didn't get to take anything home, but I got to not only this, but there was another separate like RE shoot too, that had like, you know, in the last thing with Maggie, she was looking at this big like web of like the detective web of like connecting everything to everyone. That was there, like it was all there. So I got to see all that. So I took pictures of it on my phone. Well, they're really deep inside my phone at this point, I think, but yeah, it was really cool. Maggie was really cool. Maximilian was really cool. We also did a behind the scenes video. I think they're gonna put it up maybe today or.
Here for survival training? Of course you are.
All right. Dude, it's actually crazy seeing this. So they sent me this to watch, but I didn't want to watch it without like watching with you guys first. But yeah, this is really cool, like the grenade launcher. And there's a lot of cool stuff around. But this was sick though. Flipped out because you're the only 3 streamers I watch. That's cool.
Pathetic!
Look at this. Look, you're on the screen, bro. Look.
Compiled some valuable training material just for incompetent weaklings like yourselves. So maybe you'll stand a chance out there against the hungry undead, 10-story monsters, or martial arts masters.
I do love a good fight.
But do you like winning them? Now, listen up,
Oh, this is a different
dimwits.
version.
We've cut the price on some materials. So study up.
Oh, this is the shorter version. My part's not even in this. One sec. No, there's a lot of different versions of it. I was there for, we were shooting for like 8 or 9 hours. God, they showed like a bunch of different versions. Well, this is sitting here. I'm gonna watch this because it's right on my feed. One sec.
Here for survival training.
Look, see, and the Mega Man. Look, there was some cool Capcom stuff here. It didn't all make it in, I don't think, but the Monster Hunter stuff, Mega Man.
Here for survival training. Of course you will.
Look at these dweebs.
Pathetic. Now, we've compiled some valuable training materials, so you can stand a chance against the hungry undead.
Can we just run by those?
We can just run around those, right?
Silence!
Hoochie mama.
Both of you. Out there, you'll need more than your foolish instincts to escape the monster's claws. Or to pick a fight with a martial arts master.
Well, I do love a good fight.
But do you like winning them?
I was watching this from behind the scenes on the TV that they were recording it from, and I was fucking crying laughing. This is like the funniest shit. I was dying laughing. Like I was in tears laughing at this shit. And they recorded over and over. Like he must have did this like 15 times, and I was sitting there every take just dying laughing in the background. It looked like the perspective is so good because Max is tall, he's huge, and so is she, but this makes her seem enormous. So it's just like it's just so funny seeing Max so small because in real life he's enormous, he's huge, he's really tall.
But do you like winning them? You'll face samurai and demons and viruses.
I'd like to talk more about the samurai and demons.
Well, this is survival training,
not survival talking. I had to hear all these lines a million
And
times.
lucky for all you helpless half-wits, we've cut the price on some top-notch materials.
I started to memorize her lines by the end of it. I'm just like, Jesus. This was incredible, by the way. I know I'm a little biased on this, but I was really, really, really happy that Capcom asked me to do this with Max and with Susie. I thought it was like incredible, and I thought that people watching, like if you know any of the three or all three people, that you'd see this and you'd be like, fuck yeah, like something, because like I feel like there's such a disconnect with the community sometimes on things like this, and people might think me saying this is ironic because it's like, it's not all about your community and Max's and Susie's, but no, it's about three people that love and are passionate about at least one, if not many of the franchises within Capcom to bring down and just be in there, just be there and be sitting there in the ad for, it's just a huge sale for Capcom games. So I thought it was fucking sick. As soon as I was offered the sponsor, I was like, hell yeah, dude, hell yeah. Like it was amazing. Now, originally I was supposed to do something for Resident Evil, but it fell through. And then remember, I was like, oh, I'm traveling. And then I'm like, well, I'm not traveling anymore. And then I'm like, I'm traveling again. And I actually left like 2 weeks later. It's because they were like so back and forth with what they wanted to do. But yeah, it's sick. And I love Capcom and just for getting me down here to do this because it's incredible. You know, I've put my heart and soul into playing Capcom games, not just Resident Evil, but I've streamed so much Devil May Cry. I've streamed a lot of Onimusha. I've done the whole every Mega Man game. You know, and my first speed run ever was King of Dragons, which is a Capcom game. So you know, I've been playing Capcom shit. I mean, since I was a kid, but on stream, you know, since the beginning on stream as well. And Monster Hunter, I've streamed the Monster Hunter games as well, Rise, World, and Wilds. But yeah, this was sick though. I'm so happy to be in it, and yeah, I'm so happy you guys enjoyed it. When this aired, I've never in my life seen chat move as fast as it did. I could tell you guys really liked it because I mean the subs were pouring in, the chat there was people I haven't seen in fucking years here typing something. So yeah, it was incredible, guys. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it, and that's what I hoped most. I just hoped that you know, people found it funny and people enjoyed it because you know, my part in this was definitely the comedy relief, and I was just hoping people would find it funny. And according to the chat reaction,
Both.
you guys
Out
did.
There,
So,
you'll need more than your foolish
I'm
instincts
very
to
happy.
escape the monster.
Both of you. Yes, thank you. That was awesome, guys. The trailer looks sick. I cannot wait to play RE9. I cannot wait to watch more. We'll watch more of the trailer and dissect it tomorrow. And I'll put up what we just did, like now till like 20 minutes ago when we watched the trailer again. Yeah, sorry, 13-hour Andy. Jay, Christ, dude. Max is really tall though, but Max is really cool, by the way. He's super chill. He was awesome. They're gonna release a video if you guys want to watch it. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't think it is, but it's behind the scenes, all three of us getting interviewed at the same time, answering questions and stuff. Was I nervous with the recording session? You know, I had nerves, but I wasn't like nervous. I just, you know, we did so many takes that the first couple takes you're like, oh, this is weird, but then I was there for like 8 hours, so it was a lot. Maggie is really nice. Yeah, I got to spend the whole day with Maggie, Max, and Susie, and many other people. The people on the Capcom team are like incredible. Every single person there was passionate and awesome and nice, and it, you know what was actually the most fun part about it? I got to re-see into a normie job, or a normal job. And I don't mean normie as like an offensive term. I mean it as in like everyone's at a computer, everyone's sitting in a boardroom, having a meeting in person, you know, that kind of thing. And they all classic 9 of. So I was in there, I was getting nostalgic. I was like, oh, this is cool. Look, everyone's at their computer. We're sitting around the table. Oh my God, it reminded me of like being in culinary school. So I thought that was fun. Yeah, casually met Maggie. Yeah, we were all sitting in a cafeteria eating together. Me, Maggie, Max, Susie. Oh, the food was actually amazing. And I went up to the chef. I was like, bro, this food is sick. Well, I just talked about the food in general, but it was cool. He was the guy who made the food. He was a caterer, and I was like, that's sick. I used to do catering, and we talked for a little, just about the food and how he made it and stuff. And yeah, it was awesome. The food was really good. In that commercial, I did so many takes, and they chose because that like the can't you just run by those guys? I did that in every kind of way you could think. Can't you just run by those guys? Can't you just run by those guys? Can't you just run by those guys? Wait, can't you just run by those guys? Like I did like 20 fucking takes of that, and whatever one they choose, that's what they choose. Okay, so same with the like I probably did this 20 times. Like I go back in my chair, super exaggerated. I'm like mouth open, mouth closed, like, you know, and they choose whichever one they like the most. You thought I was gonna crack a smile? The whole time I was doing that, I could hear people in the background, like the people just watching and the editors laughing, just like every time. But no, I didn't laugh. I didn't find it funny because I'm just like, it's not my kind of comedy. So it was easy for me. I didn't even laugh at all, not once. A couple of people did that were recording, but I was just kept doing it. I'm just like, doesn't bother me. It was really fun though, and that sidetracked what James said, even though James was joking. What did someone said? It's cool to see them use creators. Yes, I agree. Of course I agree. I'm the fucking creator they chose, and they paid for me to come down there. Of course I agree. But it doesn't matter who they chose. I think that companies need to do it more. Now, there's a fine line though. I hate saying this out loud because people will just get it twisted and shit, but it's okay. But I'm a huge fan of the games. I'm a huge fan of Capcom, and if you say, oh, you're a shill, then explain my take on Exoprimal, explain my take on RE7, explain my take on RE3 Remake, explain my take on Monster Hunter Wilds. Shill my asshole, bruh. I talk shit about a lot of Capcom games because I'm passionate about those games. I'm not a shill for those games. I'm passionate about the success of those games. Just earlier, explain me ragging on the people responsible for Dead Rising and Onimusha. I told them what I thought, and it wasn't positive. I mean, I'm positive with the games in general, but the decisions they make with the re-releases, I'm not positive about. And I think that that's important. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm the voice of Resident Evil. What I say should be done. No, I'm not saying that at all. But do I get to talk to RE fans every single fucking day of my life on every social media platform? And do I read thousands of comments from actual RE fans, real people, every single day? Yes. And do I look at those comments as their own comment, as their own person, and think about these comments coming from an individual and their own experiences, and think about it aside from what I think about games? Yes. Like, even people are like, I love RE3 Remake. Like, every time I talk about RE3 Remake, I defend what needs to be defended and I attack what needs to be attacked. Like, it's a fucking horrific remake. The dodge is good. The action's good. The characters are cool. Carlos and Jill have a good dynamic. You know, I will give the positives and negatives regardless of my own personal opinion. So it's nice that I can go, and any content creator can go. And I feel like Maximilian is the same way. And I feel like Susie is the same way as well, where we just love the games and it's awesome to just go and promote them. They told me to bring the chicken. Yeah. They've been watching and listening to me. So when I met with a lot of people at Capcom at both events that I was sponsored to do, I told them everything I always preach to you guys about. And there were some higher ups there. And I said, I'm like, the most important game to come back. It's Dino Crisis. But I said Outbreak 1 and 2, exactly what I did the video on. It, like, fans want, if you're not going to do it right, just remaster it, just port it. Like, even if you just port it to Steam and first gen console, or like current gen consoles, just port it, bare minimum, please. And then I went on to say, if it gets a remaster, do a deluxe remaster where maybe you can get Outbreak File 3 afterwards, because they did start it and they didn't finish it. And so I explained that that would be awesome. Make sure to include all the characters, add voice, proximity voice. Proximity voice is why Lethal Company blew up. It's why Repo blew up. It's why Friday the 13th blew up. It's why multiplayer fucking games blow up. It's why Peak blew up. Like, the proximity voice, and I knew this since I was a kid because I always thought it was the coolest thing ever. Proximity voice is so important for online games, where not proximity voice where it's like, if they're 9 miles away, hey, are you over there? Yeah, I'm right here. And then when they're beside you, hey, are you over? Like, it's this. No, you need you need it to be muffled. You need the enemy sounds to cut out you talking. You need it to be very immersive. These are the things I explained, and these are the things that I said I wanted. And how when they add the voice communication, you keep all the voice acting in the game that's currently there. So when someone doesn't have a mic, they can use the in-game character's voice as their mic. Like, make sure you don't take that away if it gets a deluxe remaster, if it gets a remake too. If it gets a remake, you should maybe not go as hard, because there was like 8,000 voices in the original game, but make it so there are voices. You flick that stick in any direction and you can say things as the character. I think those things are very important to Outbreak. And I also explained, if they were ever to bring back Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 and remaster the original games, I said that, like, bare minimum, you need a language select right off the rip. You need, because not just for speedrunning, but for everyone to be able to enjoy it. It's not that hard to translate these ancient games with at least subtitles. Every language. Door skip that you can turn in the options menu. Would you like to turn door skip on or off? Remaster controls. Okay, and now you think, well, they can't add that. RE2 for the N64 has remake controls. Did you know that? It has RE1 remake controls, where up is up, down is down, left is left, right is right. It has that. And they were laughing, by the way. Like, they were laughing because and I know, like, a lot of them were laughing at me because they're like, bro, like, oh, this is impossible. But I'm just, and I know it's impossible. It's like borderline impossible. I'm aware of these things, but they were just laughing because of my passion. Like, because they probably are like, oh, what do you think you should do for the next Resident Evil? And the guys were like, I don't know, like add a zombie or something. And I'm sitting there like fucking going in. And I said that that the remasters, if they were to be remastered, it, like RE2, it needs the blood color choices from the N64 version, the randomizer from the N64 version, the nightmare mode from the Dreamcast version, the cutscene skip from the GameCube version, the door skip from the PC version, and it needs the EX battle, Hunk, Tofu. Like, if they're gonna do it right, if they're gonna do it at all, do it fucking right, or don't do it at all. That's what I said. Because if they do it wrong, it's just gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, and people won't like it. Like, You want the, like, look at Dead Rising, dude, and look at Onimusha 2. They made a misstep with both of those games. With Dead Rising, and I told them this, with Dead Rising, they took away erotica. And okay, cool. I love that Dead Rising is back. I love Dead Rising as a franchise, and I'm so glad I'm getting to play it right now. That's awesome. But when you go online, man, when you go on social media and you see the general reception, which is important, people are fucking pissed. And when you see people that are pissed, that leads other people to not buy the game. That leads other people to shit talk the game. That leads other people to not take the franchise seriously. And that leads the franchise to die. It's not one-to-one, but it doesn't help. So, and Onimusha, same thing. They fucking add it. I didn't care about this, but I care about the reception of it. They add the, like, something covering this much cleavage on a PS2 model character. They censor it. Why? What? Were you born yesterday? No, obviously you weren't. You were born like 50 years ago and you never ever double clicked the internet because, oh my God, censoring that, bruh, that does a positive for absolutely no one. And all it is going to do, the only thing on earth, the butterfly effect of that is simply people like the game less, people like the franchise less, people buy less copies, people support it less, people make fun of it more. And that's a fact, dude. If you, and take it from someone who's clinically online, that's what people, no one ever posted a picture of that chick's like censored outfit and was like, oh man, I love this. Yes. Now I can't see the 0.1 millimeter of boobs. Meanwhile, they have fucking Cammy in Street Fighter with, you could basically see the lips downstairs. Oh, but like I have more cleavage than the girl from that game. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, those aren't big deals. Those are not, even though I'm ranting passionately about it, it's not a huge deal. It's just a thing that hurts general reception on the internet. That's all. So I explained, like, if they did Outbreak, okay, this is why I'm saying all this. If they did Outbreak, let's say Cindy's bunny costume, you add like full-on leggings to Cindy's bunny costume, where it's like pure black and you can't see her butt cheeks at all. You're censoring a PS2 character. The publishing company has many games that are just balls to the walls, like insanely sexual, whatever. So when you go and do stuff like that, it's just confusing. It does nothing but hurt the game. And if they did stuff like that, if Outbreak ever got remastered, I would want to go online and see funny clips like Repo and like Peak and Lethal Company. I want to see people having fun with the game. I don't want to go online and you search Resident Evil in the search tab of like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and the only thing you could find is like grifting rage bait. Bro, that would be heartbreaking. Finally, Outbreak comes back and the only thing people give a shit about and the only thing that trends is like they censored one outfit of like 100. That would suck. And I explained these things. I said basically these exact same things. I mean, but it's just important that they don't do that. And it's not something that, by the way, don't get it twisted. When I see like, oh, less boobs, I'm like, whatever, it's still the game. I'll play it and I'll enjoy it. But I want everyone to enjoy it. I want it to thrive. I want cool things to do well. And yeah, it just needs to be done right. And I mentioned the stuff I say to you guys all the time. RE3, if it got remastered, add like super Nemesis mode where Nemesis is jet black, he's got red eyes, he's like twice as fast, you know, something when you beat the game or you get all the epilogues, you get like this crazy hard mode, like insane hard mode, and he follows you more often. That would be cool, like in a deluxe remaster. That would be insanely cool. Just something to add replayability, something to add another challenge to the games. And with RE1, honestly, we just need to bring it back, you know. But I don't think RE1, 2, 3 remake or remaster, sorry, I don't think those are super important. I did say I thought that Outbreak was semi-important, maybe not to like their business entirely, but I did think it was important, and I mentioned that. And also I talked about RE9, and they asked me what I think is coming, and they were like, what do you think's the next what do you think's in the pipeline for Resident Evil? And I was like, well, you're probably gonna do Resident Evil 0 to finally see if you can do a survival horror game properly with co-op. And I said, you're probably gonna do Code Veronica, and I assume that you're gonna split the two scenarios up, Chris and Claire. And they were just they were laughing when I was saying all this shit. But I think I'm dead right. I think that's exactly what's happening, and I think that's where it's going. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to watch the trailer again. I'm sorry, I'm chewing your guys' ear off, but these things excite me, and I know since I started streaming, people have asked, like what would you ever say to Capcom? Oh, I said it. I said everything I could possibly fucking think of. And it's been, you know, years of bottling it up, and I finally get to tell people, you know, and maybe they won't ever tell the higher ups and stuff, but I'm just glad I had a voice to tell people that their job is to deal with the franchise and social media. So, me too. I assume they were laughing because I was spot on. That's my assumption. And they said, what what do you think of Survival Unit? I was like, did Susie give opinions too? Yes, Susie. So something about Susie is like everything. I told her all this too. And every single thing I said to Susie, she like, when I watched Susie's I'll give an example. When I watched Susie's reaction to RE9, remember that when I reacted to the RE9 reaction? I was reacting to the reaction. I was saying the exact same stuff as Susie. So we're on the same brainwave. Maximilian was the man of reason in these conversations. I did mention Code Veronica, and I said that if they bring Code Veronica back, or I hope that they bring Code Veronica back, and I mean they have to bring Code Veronica, and they have to bring not have to with RE0, but let's just stick to Code Veronica. Code Veronica. What's there to say? That's such an easy remake. The story, remake that story, it could be incredibly good. New Alfred, new Alexia, Wesker, Chris, and Claire, and at those ages, bro, that shit could be peak. I think Code Veronica has the potential, keyword, of what RE3 Remake had. Now, RE3 Remake flopped that potential heavily, but I think Code Veronica could possibly even have more potential than RE3. And I would hope that they don't do an RE3 remake again. And let's assume they don't. What I said, and this is what's important to me. Player needs normal grenade rounds, freeze rounds, flame rounds, acid rounds, and gas rounds. Because I don't think, like, there could be a world where, well, I don't think Chris is going to get the grenade launcher. So it's going to be player's main weapon. So freeze rounds, you shoot a zombie. You shoot a zombie in the leg with an acid round. The leg falls off. He starts crawling at you. You shoot a zombie in the leg with a flame round. He catches on fire. He burns to a fucking crisp. You shoot a zombie in the leg with a freeze round. The leg freezes to the ground as he keeps trying to crawl at you. He falls over. The knee snaps off at the bone, and then he starts crawling with the slightly frostbitten upper fucking knee, and the leg is still frozen there as it's slowly melting out. This is a futuristic game. This is high tech. This is the current gen graphics in, like, you know, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever. You shoot a zombie in the leg with an explosive round. His whole fucking leg blows up and part of his torso, okay? And then you shoot a zombie in the leg with the gas rounds from Code Veronica. His skin bubbles up. He bubbles up and just fucking melts. It's like a super powered acid round, because the gas rounds are better acid rounds that are just much more rare to find. That, I think, is one of the key things to do in Code Veronica, is nail that grenades, nail the weapons in general, but that, dude, give me that. Give me like a 12 to 18 hour experience of Code Veronica, and give me that grenade, and give me all the sick weapons. But the grenade launcher needs to be nailed. The grenade launcher was so fucking lackluster in RE3 Remake. We need it to be done right in Code Veronica. Now, and I'm saying too much about the grenade launcher, but I think it's a very important aspect to the fun of when you're playing Claire. And when you're playing Chris, that shotgun better go boom, better go this. It better be this loud, okay? You hear me? It better be loud, because the shotgun in RE2 Remake and the shotgun in RE3 Remake, holy shit. Those shotguns were so lackluster. Now go back and play RE2 OG and shoot that upgraded shotgun. That shit, you shoot a zombie with that and his whole fucking everything disintegrates, dude. His arm, his shoulder, and his chest gone. That's what I want to see with a fully upgraded shotgun. Not just boom, oh, I hit him in the head, but I was a little too far away and now his head is just fine. And he's still, no. I want to blow not only his head off, piece of his neck and his shoulders too. Like, I want that shotgun to have a wide spray. Holy shit. And obviously, you know, those cool cutscenes with Chris and Wesker, with Claire and Wesker, more of that, obviously. But there's not much to say about Code Veronica. I feel like it's a very self-explanatory remake. They need to do what they did with RE2 Remake, but better. They need to honor everything in the game. And they could, the great thing with Code Veronica is I think they could change a lot of the game and get away with it. I don't think the set pieces in Code Veronica are nearly as important as they were in like RE2 or RE3. Like the, you know, if they completely change the jail section, like the first like 3 hours of the game, besides the like the mini mansion, I don't think anyone would be dissatisfied. I don't think most people would even remember. And they keep the castle all way in the distance, and they upgrade that castle into something almost like in between like RE4 Remake's castle and Lady Dimitrescu's castle, something in between there where it's got some bulk to it, it's got some puzzles, it's got some stuff to explore, because the castle is sort of lackluster in the OG. And it's stuff like that. And why I say this is because it's why I said that Code Veronica is self-explanatory. It's like, yeah, there's a cool ass castle. People love it. It's got a sick music when you go in there. It's got the bats. It's got the cutscene. When you go up to the roof in the hidden compartment, it's got those elements. You keep those elements. The bats are there. The music is there. The winding staircase is there. It's got 3 floors, but maybe on the second floor, there's a couple rooms to go in. Maybe on the first floor, those rooms that lead absolutely nowhere, that are for nothing, actually lead somewhere, that are for something. Maybe turn that into what the clock tower would have been in RE3 Remake. Turn that castle into a section of the game that has multiple puzzles. And the last puzzle being putting the music in and going up top and getting the key item you need. So you're doing like a puzzle on the first floor, a puzzle on the second floor, and the final puzzle on the top floor is something that you do later. You go up, you go back, you know. Stuff like that. I think Code Veronica is an easy game to remake, where you can expand areas. I think the toughest part about remaking Code Veronica is the Chris segment. I think the Chris segment, most people would agree, is the weakest part of the game, where you're revisiting what Claire already did and it's hardly changed, and the new enemy is annoying as fuck. Oh, poison hunters. Who the hell at Capcom was like, let's take hunters and let's let them poison you? Fuck yeah, dude. The hardest like uncommon enemy in the game now poisons you. Fantastic. Yeah, the Chris segment I think is the weakest part of Code Veronica. It's like something that can be vastly changed. The reason I'm so passionate about talking about Outbreak and stuff is because I know that I am screaming the things you guys want to scream, and that's part of where my passion comes from. That I, like, all through my streaming career, I've seen the outcry of bring Outbreak back. So anytime I get a chance, hey Capcom, you know, this is the game people want. It's in the higher echelon of games people want to come back. And don't get it twisted or confused with fans on Twitter that only like characters from the games, not the actual games themselves, because typically when a new RE comes out, when you see the social media chaos, it's a lot of people that will never fucking play the game and they just like the characters. I couldn't imagine a new RE game coming out and being like, wait, Chris isn't in it? Oh, I'm not playing that shit. I can't believe Chris isn't in it. I don't care. I enjoyed Ethan. Exactly, Big Boss. I agree, dude. I wish the castle was bigger and better. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Did you mention them not to cut content? They fully do remakes like RE2 yeah, I think I did mention that. Like, I talked about, you know, I was there for like 3 or 4 days. I talked Resident Evil. If they asked, I answered. And I don't care. Like, so people probably think like when you have a sponsor or something and you're talking to whoever's sponsoring you, let's Capcom in this case. You want to like, oh, don't tell them things you dislike. No, I think that's the main thing you should say. Like, of course I love the games. You know that. Like, I'm here. Why the fuck else would I be here? Of course I love the games. Now you get to hear what I dislike and what you should change and what you should fix. Like, this is the important shit. Not like, oh, I love, like, they know I love it. They know. You don't like olives. Well, try them as a suppository. They're good. But yeah, I was so happy. I thought they picked a perfect trio. I'm so happy people like it. And every time I've seen anyone's reaction, they're just smiling and having fun and they enjoy watching it. So just makes me really happy. I'm so glad it was well received because I was nervous.